Start us up
Again,
again. Take two.
take two. Dave got a phone call. We
Yeah,
started
we got
over.
we got phone calls going on today, but take two.
Episode 47. We are going to discuss late season strategies for the folks
Oh
that
yeah.
haven't harvested anything yet or are having issues getting a deer.
Oh yeah.
Dave, are you
Tra-
having issues getting a deer?
not issues. I've had chances, but I just haven't really seen any bucks that I wanted to got me excited. Um, I'm waiting
Yeah.
on a I'm waiting on a big boy.
Yeah, I was too. And then some little girl with a compound made me bitter and shot my big buck.
She stole your thunder,
She did.
just like you stole my thunder shooting my sick buck.
Yeah, well, that happens.
You made me depressed. I got drunk for 3 days.
he's he's depressed. He's been sleeping a lot.
Nah, joking. But it's the way it goes. But yeah. So you have bear season that starts tomorrow, and
Hmm.
that's November 18th, right?
Yes.
So no more archery in Maryland or in PA
Nope.
until rifle season starts next Saturday.
Yeah.
So for us here in Maryland, we can still hunt archery all the way through. There's no breaks. But our shotgun season here starts the same as PA rifle.
Mm.
So I was at the gun range today, sighting in my Savage 220. I'm good out to 100 yards, so I'll be ready for that here. But
Which slugs did you choose?
Hornadies,
Okay.
rifled slug for the rifled
Those
slugs.
those SSTs or whatever they call them.
Yep, SSTs. I think they're 275 grain or 285. Um, we're good.
Nice. Nice.
Killed my shoulder. Oh yeah,
Sissy.
yeah. But me and TJ are headed up to the farm
Hmm.
in search of TJ's first buck for late
Yeah.
season rifle hunting.
Yeah. I hope he gets one.
Yeah, he's due for a buck.
Yes, he is.
He's got to have redemption for missing the buck in at the old farm. I
Mm.
guess it'd be 2 years ago.
Yeah.
He missed a buck. He missed a small 8 pointer. So he hasn't been with me in 2 years. So he's due.
He is due. He
Yep.
is due.
So with the majority of some rifles, I think Kentucky and a couple other states, their season has already started rifle. But for us
Yeah.
here on the east, yeah,
Some of them have. Yeah.
yep. For us here on the East Coast, though, that starts the Saturday after Thanksgiving, and it's been that way for as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
Here, anyway.
Yeah,
You you
ours used to be the
Monday.
Monday after Thanksgiving, and now they
Yes.
swapped it to Saturday after
Right.
Thanksgiving, and that caused a huge
Yeah.
uprising.
You have a lot of bitterness there in
Oh, there's a lot of butthurt folk. Hmm.
PA about the Saturday and
Yeah,
Saturday opener, which we
yeah,
had a whole podcast about that.
we did.
So in if people are searching for that late season honey hole, what should they look for? What are you looking for?
What I'm looking for
Let's
is
let's go. Let's
well,
start
here's
with public land. Let's start with public land.
okay. Here's what's happening. Public land probably will be stirred up pretty bad because,
Hmm.
like you mentioned before, bears coming in tomorrow. And of course, you're going to have people walking around, people doing drives, pushing, and
Now they can drive bear in PA.
they can drive bear, and I think it's groups of less than 25 folk.
Gotcha.
I'm pretty sure it is.
And that's the last chance of this year for bear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you
It'll
know
be
they're going to
these
be.
4 days. This year, you get Saturday, a Sunday, a Monday, and a Tuesday.
So you
So
know the woods is going to be pushed.
yeah, yep. So I know they're going to be getting pushed. So that's going to stir me up.
Mhm.
And
It's going to stir. It's going to stir the pot.
oh, it not only stirs me up, but it stirs the deer up as well. And
Yep.
so I am thinking that
Well, let me
I'm
ask you this.
I'm gonna have to go deeper.
So you're hunting public land opening day of rifle.
Uh, I probably will
Okay.
actually.
So where are you going? What are you looking for?
Well, to be honest, I really don't have a big strategy plan for that because there is so many hunters in PA that you literally most days on public land can go out and see orange.
Hmm.
You can see the guy in the next stand or
Right.
something.
Right.
So basically, basically, from years of experience of hunting these properties, I know where there is some thicker escape routes, if you
Hmm.
will. I would hunt these valleys of low land that come off of saddles or ridge tops, because once the shooting starts, it seems like the deer will run down into the thickest stuff they can find,
Hmm.
obviously. I mean, I'm not telling anybody anything new here, but that is where I end up being. I get like either on a rim of this valley coming down in, or I get down in the valley.
Yeah.
And once the shooting starts, they all run down. I mean, it seems like they're going downhill
No,
all
I've
the
seen
time.
that. I've seen that happen. Yeah.
So yeah, I end up going to low lying areas. That's the best answer I could give you
Hmm.
for a couple of the spots that I do hunt.
So basically, the guys, if you're hunting in a, say for PA, for instance, if the guys are hunting in a high pressure, high hunter situation, one of two things can happen. One, yeah, you could probably look for some late season food on there, but they're probably not going to get there during daylight just because of all the pressure.
Yeah.
Two, you can try to look for some thicker cover, hoping that if the pressure starts, they're going to, like you said, they're going to go in that low lying area through
Hmm.
saddle benches, whatever, um, and you know, in route to escape.
Yes.
Or three, you may just hunt basically anywhere and just get lucky.
Yeah.
If the shooting starts, pressure happens, people moving around, walking, and you get lucky for that deer to run by you.
Happens more than I'd like to admit.
Yeah,
Sometimes I'm just luckier than good.
yeah, it does happen that way.
Oh yeah.
Um, for me, I will be on the farm in PA, so I'll be hunting private land, and we're going to be hunting basically on the edges, because right now the deer are tearing up the cut soybean fields. They're in there hitting them hard. Plus, I got my food plots there. I'm getting a lot of pictures in the afternoons. So me and TJ will be hunting separately this year, and it's funny because this will be the first year that he hunts alone.
Yeah.
All the other years, it was either with us, it was in the blind,
Yeah.
and you were there. So yeah, it'll be the first time. He's kind of freaked out.
Is he?
Yeah, he's a little nervous because he's got to climb an actual tree stand now. We practice over the summer.
Oh, he's
Um,
gonna get in a tree.
Yeah, he's getting in a tree, even though
Okay.
he's scared of heights. I got him a safety harness. I got him everything. So he's fully set up, ready to go. But we're going to be hunting those food sources in the afternoon.
Okay.
Um, this weekend, so it'll be the 19th. I'm headed to. I'm not going to say where, but I'm heading to a public land. It's about 2 hours from my house, and I'm scouting for shotgun. That was the whole reason of me going to the range today, sighting the shotgun in, because once I'm done PA opening day, I'll have 2 more weeks of shotgun season here. And I got a spot on public land that I want to scout further. So I'm going there Sunday to scout, and I'm going to move some cameras around, and I got some thick spots where I want to pay attention to. Um,
Mhm.
I found this public land that does not get pressured too much. It's not the one you're thinking of. It's another one, but
Okay.
does not get pressured very much. I'm sure gun season will be a little bit more, but I plan on hunting it during the week. So
Mhm.
hopefully there won't be a whole lot of people. There's some big bucks there that I've had on camera. So I'll be looking for the thick spots, basically in big timber. There's a
Mhm.
few areas which I'm actually going to make a video there on Sunday for YouTube, but I found a couple aerial photos of some spots of some bigger timber that meets up against some pines and a little bit of swamp and cattail mixture. Um, that's what I'm gonna be looking for.
Mhm.
Um, and then I'm gonna finish out that shotgun season, and then I'll get back into bow for a little bit, and then we have some late season. I think we have like 3-day shotgun season in like December, and then I get back to my sick deer hunt. I got a 3-day late season sick deer hunt with a shotgun.
There you go.
The one where you stole my thunder.
Yeah. Right. Right. Right.
That one. That one.
Well, the thing that you were saying about hunting during the week is something I agree with because, I mean, obviously the first day is going to be your highest percentage because everything's going to be getting moved around and
Hmm.
pushed. But I've shot probably more during the week after all those hoodlums go home and quit running around and walking through the woods and disturbing
Hmm.
everything.
Yeah.
When the deer settle down and they get back to some natural patterns
Hmm.
and they're actually just out cruising and feeding and eating. Um, I've got a lot of buck like that
During the
during the
week.
week,
Yeah.
and once they finally start to settle back down and move naturally,
Yeah.
I've shot way more like that
Hmm.
than 100 mile per hour flying through the woods getting chased.
Yeah. Well, PA, it has a rich tradition of, clubs getting together. It's always that opening day, and it's always been a big thing on Mondays when it started, to where them camps and clubs get together for a couple days, and that's basically all the guys hunt the whole
Mm,
season. They hunt those first couple days,
yeah,
and that's it.
yeah, and they have concurrent doe season now, so
Right.
a lot of these guys will go out and whack the first doe they run into, and then they go home happy.
Yeah.
They've got meat and they're going home,
Right.
which I'm okay with that. Get them
Yeah.
out of here, because majority, because here's why I say that is because most of them are in the woods walking around drunk.
That's true. That is true.
Because I just come home from work before we record this, and the town is filling up and the bars are getting full
Yeah.
and they're gonna sit there all night boozing. Well, this tomorrow's bear, but
Yeah.
same thing. They're all sitting in here, getting all boozed up, and tomorrow they're gonna be out there, you know, pooping and peeing and pushing around the woods and being loud and coughing and
And smelling like yeast.
smelling like beer. Yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
that's a thing everywhere. That's
when I,
why it's one of the main reasons why I got out of hunting clubs, is because of the partying and people doing dumb stuff, drinking. So,
yeah.
um, people can do what they want. It's just not my thing.
No, I mean,
Um,
I don't agree with it, and a lot of people do. That's their release. They come to camp, they want to
yeah,
hang out and
yeah,
release, and then go hunting. But
it's not cool with a gun though.
who
That's when
knows?
dumb stuff happens.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, you know, this time of year, you know, it becomes difficult trying to tag a deer, especially if a person that's only hunting a couple acres, 48, 20, 30, 40 acres, and really to be to have everything that a hunter would need for late season is that small property hasn't been hunted. You have late season food plots, woody tons of food, cover. You might be able to pattern a deer this time of year, and that's unpressured. But from
right.
the majority of hunters across the whitetails range, we're hunting high pressure situations.
Hmm.
You're like I said, well, you're either going to get lucky, where
Yeah,
I mean it's all luck, but um, luck as in another hunter pushing a deer toward you. I've had that happen. Um, or you're seeing the deer like you referred to in the bottoms that's escaping cover, and those deer get in that cover and they may sit there for a long time.
yeah,
I've seen them where another hunter or something, or a shot goes off several hundred yards away. Those deer run to a thick patch of cover. I've seen them just stand there for
yeah.
like
Just stand there and look around.
for like 2 or 3 hours. They just stand
They're
there.
like scouting for us.
Right. Not even bed down. They just stand
No,
there.
yeah, they're just confused. They just want to know what's happening and
Right.
which way to safety if they got to run.
And
You
what's
know,
happening is City Sticker Chris
I'm up there flinging bullets.
is in the woods with a gun, so they gotta look out.
They're looking out.
Yeah, they're looking out.
Yeah, yeah. But
Um,
yeah, I mean, as far as if I don't happen to get lucky in the rifle season, we have the late flintlock that comes in
mhm,
after Christmas,
right.
and at that point,
When it's bitter
I
cold.
was yeah, it is going to be bitter cold. But I was telling you, I think yesterday that I've got a couple deer that frequent my food plots
Mhm.
that that are pretty steady, and at that point it'll be about filling the freezer, and I won't be real choosy like I was in archery,
Hmm.
and I may settle on a smaller buck or I may not. I might just in its place, because in PA you can use your antlered flintlock tag and shoot a doe with it if you'd like. So who knows? You know, I might just shoot another doe and then pass on shooting a buck because I don't have to have a buck. Some guys think, "Oh man, I have to get a buck this year." I don't have to.
Hmm.
I mean, that's not going to bother me to eat a doe tag or a buck tag.
Yeah.
Whereas I would rather be eating does anyhow because they taste better. So
Hmm.
I may just lay down another doe with the flintlock if it comes to that. If I need a deer.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well,
you're
yeah.
talking that, and that would be private property,
Right.
obviously, and that would be my destination plots that I've been hunting over in archery. And a lot of people are saying, "Well, why didn't you shoot a buck yet? You plant all these food plots, you hunt over these plots." Yeah, well, I don't hunt them every night because that would just burn the spot out and alert all the deer.
Hmm.
I hunt that plot maybe every third or fourth night of the week, and um, I get out of there undetected, stay late some nights, but that keeps them coming back and guessing when I'm there and when I'm not.
Well, you've
Uh,
seen deer there every single day.
oh yeah, I don't know that I've ever been detected, other than sometimes when I get out, um, which is a whole nother topic we should talk about sometime, maybe about how to spook deer off a plot at night when you're trying to
Hmm.
get out of a stand. But
Yeah.
I found that using my flashlight, they're not alerted as much as if I actually use the light to get out.
Hmm.
They will just watch me walk away. They usually don't spook. But where was I going with that? Anyhow, I'll be on if I make it the late season, I'll be on a food plot somewhere looking to kill something over food. And if I don't see a buck that I like, why I'll just pop a doe and put her in the freezer.
Hmm. Another good strategy too is if somebody has some private land, is those cut cornfields. Most of the fields are going to be cut by then. Even public land, public land has a lot of ag sometimes, and you get those cut cornfields. You can hunt over them. I remember I used to be in like a club like 10 years ago, and it was either beans or corn. But those corn years, this time of year for shotgun, I would just hunt the field edge next
Hmm.
to some thick cover. And those deer would come right out to them cornfields, and I've shot a lot of deer that way as
Yeah,
well.
it'll funnel them right in if you got a nice thick spot. They
Yeah.
they they know what they're doing. They're
Oh
they're gonna
yeah.
they're gonna find a nice thick spot to walk right out into that cornfield undetected,
Hmm.
and hurry up and jump out in there.
Yeah.
Uh,
Cut.
yeah, I've done that before, and I've shot a couple deer that way.
Hmm. But yeah, like I said, the real, if somebody has that ability to have a larger property or something, and they have those uh still standing beans and still standing corn or something. I mean, that's dynamite. That's when you can still have a pattern going on your property. But like I said, the majority of people is going to be doing what me and you are doing, is you know getting in hopes of finding some area that maybe hasn't been hunted much, or finding some thick cover, or getting lucky where somebody is pushing it to us. I mean,
Yeah,
that's just the truth on
yeah,
the majority of the situations.
yeah. The first couple of days, I'm looking to get lucky. If it goes through, like I said, if it goes through season or gets late into the season, I will
Hmm.
then zero in on the food,
Yeah.
because they will start getting into more natural patterns as these people that aren't real hunters. I shouldn't say it like that, but you get what I'm saying.
Hmm.
The guys, some of them will just get one deer and go home or whatever, or the guys will say it's too cold to hunt or whatever. I will still be out there hunting, looking to fill a tag, and once all those lackluster people leave and the woods settle down, the deer start getting on their natural patterns again. They'll start coming back to the food.
They
But I
will.
like
Yeah.
to I like to zero in on that food when it gets late like that.
Hmm.
Around Christmas time. Yeah, I get on the edge of food for sure.
I started to notice that my food plots with the turnips in it, they're starting to hit them heavy.
Starting to get it.
Yeah, I've have a trail camera kind of like this two of them side by side,
Hmm.
and what they're doing is they're coming out, hitting the turnips for, I don't know, 20 minutes or something, and then they go to the cut bean field.
Okay.
Because when I was up there hunting during the rut, first week in November, the beans were cut, like freshly cut, and all those deer just funneled out to like certain spots in that, because there's 20 acres of ag right there. That was all beans, and they were hammering those cut beans,
Hmm.
anything that they could find, left over. So
Yeah.
that would be a hot spot for a rifle hunter or shotgun hunter as well, as any of those cut bean fields. They're gonna be in there. If you can get in there on the first couple days with minimal hunting pressure, you could still get some daylight activity that's going out there.
Well, I'm kind of excited. I don't usually make it to gun season. Usually I fill all my tags in archery, but I do like getting a little rifle hunting in now and then. So
Hmm.
I'm kind of excited to go out this year with the rifle.
Well, I can tell you this: I haven't shotgun hunt Maryland in probably 6 years. All my focus was on the old farm that we focused on,
Yeah.
rifle hunting, trying to get TJ, deer and stuff like that. So this year, I'm very excited to do some shotgun hunting.
Yeah.
Very
I have a dedicated slug gun, and I haven't used it in probably 15, 18 years.
well, PA doesn't even have a shotgun season right
No,
now.
they
Right.
don't, but there's special reg areas where you can't use rifle. You have to use a shotgun, like down around where I came from in Pittsburgh, where I lived.
Okay.
When I lived in Pittsburgh, there was a lot of that was shotgun only.
Mhm.
And so yeah, I bought it and then ended up moving up here and didn't really need it per se.
Mhm.
I shot a couple down there with it, but
Well, I think
it's
the
devastating. Wait till you nail
yeah.
one with the shotgun.
Well, I've shot them with the
Oh,
shotgun
you've got
before.
them in, okay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's devastating. Whew,
It tears them up.
it tears them
That's
up.
how I shot my biggest buck in my life right here.
Oh, that
So
was okay. That was
that
the
was
shotgun.
I shot that with a junior 20 gauge Remington,
Okay.
junior 20 pump action. Um, I mean, double lunged it. I mean,
Yeah.
destroyed it.
Yeah, it's
It tears them up.
devastating. Phew.
I'm excited to see what this Savage 220 does.
Man, I've heard good things about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna blast something. I'm pretty
Real
excited.
good things.
I'll probably.
Mine's just a what is mine? Mine's a single shot Harrington and Richardson.
Hmm.
And it's got a humongous barrel on it. I mean, it's huge and thick and it's heavy. But when you shoot it, it don't pound you to death because it's such a big, heavy gun, you
Hmm.
know.
Well, I
And
think
I've got a
the
nice scope on it, and it ponds the crap out of it. And you know what shoots best out of my gun? I'm so lucky. Is those cheap Remington sluggers.
mm,
Those things you buy for $5 or $6 a box,
mhm,
they shoot the best out of my gun. It's a
yeah,
fully rifled barrel. I've
mhm.
tried all them Brenkies and Rottweilers and knockouts and all that stuff. I didn't try the Hornady that you just said you was shooting though, the SSTs,
Well,
because
I
those
did.
came out way after I bought my gun.
Yep, I did some research on it, and that was kind of the. I looked at like 5 different ones,
It's
and
kind of
that
a
kind of,
match set.
yeah, it seemed to
They tell
be
you like, that, hey, this
right.
shoots good out of that gun.
Yeah, and it shot good. I'm excited. They're like, I think they're $14 a box, um, for five. Um, but they shot good, so I'm
Yeah.
excited. But I think what's more important is I think the listeners need to start commenting and pressure Chris into coming to Maryland on January 4th and 5th for some to break in that shotgun. That's what needs to happen.
Yeah, should I bring the shotgun or the CVA?
You would have to bring the shotgun.
You can't use the CVA in the
Not where
shotgun season?
not where we would go.
Oh, that's
Not
all
not
right.
not at that time of year. At
Uh,
this time of year after Thanksgiving, yes, you can
Okay.
use a muzzleloader.
Well, that's
But
okay.
later in the year, January that 5th and 6th, where it's going to be colder than balls,
Mhm.
it's shotgun only.
Ooh,
So I think the listeners, that's what needs to happen. So the
that needs to
listeners
happen, huh?
listeners need to comment on Chris's channel and get him here. That he
Well,
already has a hunting license in
I already
Maryland.
have the Maryland license from the
He's already
Sika
got
hunt.
it.
Yeah.
And it's unlimited does. You can shoot 20 does.
Oh my lord.
You can pile them up.
Wow, I could pile them up.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Yeah, it would be.
Single shot. Could you see me break action?
Hey, you could shoot one, runs away, wait a little bit, another one come by.
Yeah.
You never know. But yeah, so that's some like I said, everybody they're going to be struggling. Majority of the hunting, it's a grind late season. Um,
Yeah. I mean,
eh,
we're not reinventing the wheel here, telling you,
no, I
you know,
mean there's
these.
nothing to reinvent.
No.
I mean it is what it is.
If you've gotten this far, you haven't filled all your tags.
Hmm.
So now you have to adapt and overcome. And one of the ways is, like we said, you either get lucky or you find a food source that they're hitting and
Hmm.
wait there.
Or that cover, or that thick cover.
Yeah, get to the thick cover.
Hmm. Well,
You know.
Pennsylvania is a very highly pressured state,
Yeah.
especially for a rifle. I mean, I think you
Oh
guys
yeah.
have like 890 some thousand
I don't even
licensed,
know.
hunters. I think it's like that. It used to
They
be
just
over.
they call us the Orange Army. I mean,
Yeah, it used to be over a million, but now I think it's down to 800 and some. But still, that's a large volume of hunters.
yeah.
Maryland doesn't have that many. It's a smaller state, but um, they still get hammered pretty good. So you start getting out to those western states and things, kind of you don't have as large of numbers, but that's how you have to do it. You just have to get in those spots, try to get away from other people and find that thick cover. Because like I said, and you said it too, is those deer when they get bumped, they'll run to that thick cover. And I've watched them for hours just standing there.
Yeah, I mean, and they can get into a patch of laurel and you can't even see them. Their
Hmm.
legs blend in with the trunks of the laurel. You know, you can't see them standing there.
Yeah,
They're just totally camouflaged in
yeah.
there.
Well, this new public land I'm scouting Sunday, they have a large air. They have several large areas of early successional growth where they had, I guess cut, and it just regrew so thick. Early season, it was almost too thick, like
Mm,
for bucks to be in there
yeah.
because of the velvet and stuff. But this time of year, that's where they're going to be. And I got there's sections there where you have the timber that butt up against this early successional growth, and you have corners and different things. So I'm focusing around parts of that. So that's where I'm going to be looking for some thick cover where I'm going.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
any questions anybody has, you guys can drop a comment on the podcast or Chris's channel. And
Yeah.
that's podcast 47, late season deer hunting tactics.
Yeah. Go get them, guys.
Go get them
Just don't push them to your neighbor.
and convince Chris to come here.
Get out that. Mine's 12
Yeah,
gauge. It's gonna
yeah,
pound me.
that's fun.
It's heavy. I'll
Later,
have to
guys.
start lifting weights just to carry it.
Yeah,
I'll
good
make you
luck.
carry it.
Whatever. Out of here.